Hey guys, fun around. My name is Jordan and the official grind begins. So I'm going to have this video for Sunday games. I'm going to do a Monday night video and then we're going to jump right into NBA for Tuesday. So you will see images that come up on the screen right there. That's from a data app called Outlier. There will be a link in the description for a 7-day free trial for Outlier. So let's jump right into this. First pick, I like Keenan Allen over 4.5 receptions at -127. He's gone over in 5 of 6 games so far this year. He'll be facing the Colts, who give up the second most receptions to the wide receiver position this year. And the spread shows that should be a close game. The Chargers are favored -1.5 at home, and the Colts have surprisingly been very good this year with Daniel Jones stepping into the quarterback position, and they've been very competitive, making other teams have to throw the ball and resulting in wide receivers getting a lot of receptions. So this should be a tight game down to the end. If you don't know, Keenan Allen went to Chicago last year. He spent most of his career with the Chargers. Came back to the Chargers. It looked like it was going to be Ladd McConkey, who's going to be the top guy, the top target for Justin Herbert, but he went right back to his safety valve, Keenan Allen. McConkey has slowly moved up to the second highest in the target share, but still Keenan Allen on top with the target share at 24% of the targets. Chargers throwing the ball at a 62% rate, and Keenan Allen is getting 8.5 targets a game. So you see, obviously just missed last week by just one reception. So really great matchup here against a team that should push the Chargers to their limit, and Justin Herbert should be targeting his favorite target here. So like Keenan Allen for over 4.5 receptions. And then this next pick, the kicker pick that I had last week was very easy, sweat-free. The kicker had 2 field goals in the first quarter, ended up with 3 total. So I'm going to go back with another kicker prop, and it's going to be Eddie Pinheiro over 1.5 field goals made, -145. He's the kicker for the San Francisco 49ers. He's gone over in all 5 games that he has played this year, and he's coming off back-to-back 4 field goals made games. So far this year, he is 100% on all of his attempts. I checked the weather in San Francisco. It's supposed to be really nice, perfect weather there, and Atlanta is giving up the 12th most field goals made to the kicker position. So really great matchup here for Eddie Pinheiro to continue getting those field goals that he has hit all year long. So it's like something that you can just keep betting every single week. You already would have hit it 5 times. So I really like him to get 2 or more field goals. And then before I get into these next picks, if you guys could, please like the video. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You just say anything. You can put like the number 1, and that helps get this video out there for more people to see, or number 7 for week 7. And then also, if you use something like Prize Picks and you're stuck in one of those states where you can't bet money lines or spreads and all that, you actually can on these social sports books. So check out Onyx Odds, Novig or Rebet. Onyx Odds is doing a 100% match as well as Rebet. Novig is doing a bet 5 get 50 promotion. So promo code fine around 11 for all of those. I'll put links in the description and the pinned comment. That'll take you straight there. A lot of people have been gravitating over the Novig because, bet 5 get 50 is a really nice deal. So speaking of nice deals, Underdog is still doing bet 5 get 100. So I'll also have that in the description. Promo code fine around 11 for that one as well, if you have not tried out Underdog Fantasy. So this next guy is going to be Rashee Rice over 21.5 yards for his longest reception at -120. He is returning from a 6-game suspension. He's really returning from a season-ending injury as well, but 6-game suspension. And what you see on the screen are his games from last year. So he started off the year really great. First 3 games, he was averaging 10 targets a game from Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes was loving having him out there. He was one of their biggest deep threats out there. You see he hit this line very easily. And then in that 4th game, he got injured in the first quarter, didn't get any targets. And then he had a season-ending injury. Then he had some off-field field issues. But he's finally back, and I'm sure Patrick Mahomes is happy to have him there. He's going up against the Raiders, who are kind of the middle of the pack for giving up 20 plus or more passes or receptions to wide receivers so far this year. So it's not like a really tough matchup, but it's not a great one. But still, Patrick Mahomes is going to be happy to see him on the field, and I'm sure he's going to take some deep shots to him. And he's had 6 games to sit there and get in shape, so it's not like he's going to need to be on a snaps restriction or anything like that. So the spread here is pretty big for this one, so he's going to need to probably get it done early in the game. And then this last pick is going to be Harold Fannin Jr. of the Cleveland Browns, over 4.5 receptions at -110. I know you're probably rolling your eyes because I picked him before and he ended up short, but I went back and forth with his receptions and his yards, and I'll tell you why I'm going with him. So Dylan Gabriel's first start, he really targeted David Njoku heavily, and he loved passing to that tight end position. And then Njoku got hurt pretty much every time he caught the ball last week. He just got up like he was hurt, and eventually it just caught up to him, and he was hurt he left the game. And then Harold Fannin Jr. started to become that guy who got a bunch of targets. He ended up with 10 targets and got 7 receptions. Now David Njoku is ruled out for this game, and the weather is going to be in favor of a short passing game. It's supposed to be 50% chance of rain by kickoff, and then as we get further into the game, it moves up to 75% chance of rain, and they're saying winds. I was reading gusts up to 20 to 40 miles an hour, but also reading the weather report, it's winds near 20 miles an hour. So it's going to be very difficult to pass the ball deep. So it's going to be a lot of short passes and a lot of running the ball for the Browns. But even if the weather was perfect and there was 0 miles per hour winds, Dylan Gabriel would not throw the ball deep anyway, and he would target short passes anyway. So that brings in Harold Fannin Jr. I like him for receptions a little bit more than his yards, just because if it is short, like 2-yard passes or something like that, just over and over again, maybe it doesn't get up to 40 yards. But Miami so far this year are giving up the 4th most yards to the tight end position, and then the 12th most receptions to the tight end position. So it's a really good matchup as well. And then Fannin is right behind Jerry Jeudy for the target share, and then right under Fannin is David Njoku. So you take David Njoku out, you're getting a boost of targets there for Fannin in this game. And then Judy's more of the deeper threat type of guy, and if the weather really is that bad, it should be Fannin who is the top targeted guy in this game. I like him for 5+ receptions for -110. And like I said, I'm going to have a Monday Night Football video. I said that last week, but I ended up not having one. But I want to get back into the grind. So I have this one for Sunday, and then also, going to, just get back into the routine. And Monday night, I will have the NBA video out, and then we're just jump right back into it. I'm going to try to do my best to have as many videos as possible throughout the week for NBA. I know I used to take like Sundays off, but I still might just jump back into Sundays, and we'll see how it goes. I would like to not miss any days. And also, if you'd like to discuss lines further, I do have a Discord. Link is in the description. That is completely free Discord. A lot of people hop in there. They just talk about lines all day long. They put slips in there that they're playing. That is completely free. And then as far as a recap goes, week 6 was probably one of my worst weeks. Started off great with Nick Folk over 1.5 field goals. Like I said, he got that in the first quarter. And then Daniel Jones for passing yards ended up, I think it was like 15 passing yards short. They didn't need the throw near the end of the game. Then I had David Njoku for his receiving yards. Came up about 7 yards short. He didn't even play in the fourth quarter because he got injured. And the read was Dylan Gabriel was targeting him a ton. Justin Herbert over rushing yards. He ran the ball just one time, and that was not consistent with his previous stuff. I Josh Jacobs for an anytime touchdown. The payout wasn't too great on it, but he did get it. And then I had Joe Flacco for an interception, and he is just a completely different guy now in Cincinnati with just as bad of an offensive line. I'm just convinced now that the Cleveland Browns are cursed if Joe Flacco can step in and then go beat the Steelers. And it just is what it is. Hard to watch as a Cleveland fan, but good for him. Hopefully he wins the Super Bowl for them. I know the Browns aren't going anywhere. So I'm gonna get this one edited and get it out to you all. God bless you. It's fun around. My name is Jordan. Excited for NBA. Hopefully you have a great weekend, and hopefully we can get off to a hot start with NBA. So God bless you. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.